This is Lewis Hart for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store, Forge Direct Out, freebets.com. Delighted to be joined with Johnny Nelson. We're here in the Duffy Boxing Academy in Stratford. I suppose a new venture that you're going into. How excited are you to open this up and get it going, really?
I'm excited. I hope it's one of many. The idea is to get this up and down the country, these kind of gyms up and down the country, to put them in areas of the country where it's needed. I can remember being a kid, we used to go to the youth club. We used to, we'd go somewhere, and boxing clubs, youth clubs, they disappear. This boxing club here in Stratford's got a high rate of knife crime, and it's troubled area. And we're hoping to not just make this the one and only. The idea is to get them up and down the country. There's the potential of getting a few more in London. I can't wait to get on to Sheffield. If not Sheffield, close by to Sheffield. And again, it's not just about turning out fights, it's about creating a community within the community.
I was going to say that when you creating this community and boxing is giving you so much in your life, and you suppose you dedicated your life to the sport, so to almost give back and sort of, I suppose you can give a life to someone coming through. How nice do you think that feels for yourself?
Listen, if Brendan didn't give me the opportunity, I wouldn't be here today. I've seen many other people that were in even worse positions than I was, and it changed their lives. And so, again, it's not just because it's a boxing club, it doesn't mean you can have to box. You can go in there, train. You go in there, communicate. You meet people, and you can socialise and feel comfortable and feel like you've got a second home. So, and that to me is important.
And do you think it is more important than ever in today's society? You see the way that it is on the streets, as you mentioned there, it's more important than ever that I suppose the gyms and the awareness that how much of boxing can save your life, more than ever now.
It doesn't save your life, it changes your life. And I think boxing gyms, anybody that's been in a boxing gym, they understand the family, and they understand, not everybody comes from a family that's strong in their home, but when you're in the boxing gym, you go to a place where you feel comfortable, you feel at ease. It's a common bond, and so I think that's what they create.
Absolutely. I did want to move on to sort of big boxing topics. I suppose Anthony Joshua is the man that's on everyone's lips at the moment. It's been a couple of weeks since that Ngannou fight, and now you look at sort of AJ pushing forward to the future. How exciting would you say the times are now for Anthony Joshua and the heavyweights in the UK?
They're great. I think now it's hard because Anthony Joshua, from being the golden boy, then all of a sudden getting criticised left, right, and centre. That's all. And it's changed him as an individual, but it's made him more serious about himself because he wants more. Because from people slapping him on the back, now they got to a point where they're criticising him, and then now he's turning it around again. Now they're slapping him on the back again. He's now smart enough to say, "Hey, falling for that. This is I've got to believe in myself, be confident in myself, and make sure I do the job for me and my team." And I think the fight we saw with Ngannou, that should have always happened. Because if you put a novice in with a world-class fighter, that's what happens. You put a novice in with a world-class fighter that's a former two-time heavyweight champion in the world. That always should have happened. He showed a professionalism about himself all the way through building up, during and after the fight. Tyson Fury didn't. So Tyson Fury made the mistake. Anthony Joshua makes sure I ain't making a mistake again. Now he's in a position where is he going to hang about to find out about the winner of Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk? He's created consistency with a level of opponent that's got him out there, got him busy, got him confident to think, right, I'm back in it again. And so it's a case of, will he wait about or will he try and slip somebody else in? I don't know. I don't know how it'll pan out.
You mentioned there about sort of the change in AJ and being confident. What do you think are the main attributes to that? Is it Ben Davison? Is it, what would you say?
I gave Ben Davison stick when he got the gig with. Anthony Joshua, because I said they've given this young man a push? You know, what credentials, what pedigree has he got to be in such a position? And AJ, you make a mistake, man. Then I see the AJ fighting. You know, I don't think Ben Davison had anything to his physical artillery. He had something to his mental artillery, to believe in himself. So if that's what it took, that along with, you know, the backlash AJ's had, along with the good and the bad things that's happened with AJ, you know, now he's thinking, I've got nowhere else to go. I've got to believe myself, because if I don't, then how can I expect them lot to? And maybe Ben's pushed the button. Ben, he's shown him, that's what you're doing, that's what you're not doing, that's what you're not getting away with, that's what you're making a mistake about. And so in reality, the penny hopefully has now dropped with Anthony Joshua, and that must mean what? See you later.
Don't forget,
Dennis Hobson.
That time, I'll put your own fight. I'll pay.
Dennis Hobson.
Yeah. So, just wanted to continue. What was you saying there? Sorry.
No, what I'm saying is AJ has now got to a place where he's got mental maturity and confidence to match his ability. That's what we saw, and that's what he needs to take to the next level, the level going on. So to me, that's a must.
And when it comes now, the heavyweight division is always moving, and I suppose when you look back from the heavyweight division from, I suppose, March of 2023 to now March of 2024, the number one is always changing, and whoever people sort of pick to be at the top of the heavyweight division. I suppose after AJ knocked out Ngannou, it's obviously easy to get carried away. I suppose Spencer was saying that AJ could be the number one in the heavyweight division. As it stands now, who would you sort of believe that would be number one at the heavyweight?
Well, you've got to go on last performances out of all of them, you know, and looking at the opponents, you've got to look at Alexander Usyk. Even though on paper it should be Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury dropped the ball in his last performance. I think Tyson Fury boxing Ngannou again, even if Ngannou didn't box Anthony Joshua, it wouldn't be in that fight. And you know, he didn't respect the guy that was in it. Alexander Usyk got the job done. You know, so you'd have to looking on past lost performances and opponents, you've got to say Usyk. So it's a case of these guys all jostling to get that right position and to say, right, who's the top dog. Tyson Fury's got to redeem himself, because some questions were paused that still need answering, and we will see where Tyson Fury is with his performance against Alexander Usyk. You know, because if you go on his last performance, you're thinking, that don't look good. Anthony Joshua, you're looking at his last performance, but you're looking at the caliber of the opponent. So again, it's hard to balance it out. The only one you could probably say, you know, caliber opponent and last performance, you know, that was Alexander Usyk.
Do you think that it is a realistic proposition that, obviously we know Fury is meant to be fighting Usyk, but then we know that there could be a rematch there. But do you think there could be a realistic proposition that the Usyk, say Fury wins, the Usyk rematch could get scrapped? They move into sort of an AJ versus Fury fight?
Yeah, I do. Well, I do believe that. You know, and don't, because that is probably one of the biggest heavyweight fights that we've been begging for in the world today. AJ against Fury.
Is it 50-50 now, based off last performances?
Yeah, based off last performances, yeah. And that's giving the benefit of the doubt to Fury based on last performance. So you'd have to say it's 50-50 now.
I did want to stick on the topics of heavyweight divisions. We did see two heavyweight, I suppose, world level heavyweights return this weekend. Joyce, Dillian Whyte, both of them sort of can be criticised for their performances, but good to suppose see them back and potentially being in big fights again.
You see, these two guys are now jostling for the position of gatekeeper, because they're both, you know, they stepped up a level and being showed for their limitations. I think Dillian Whyte's frustration, he fought out of frustration, didn't look in the best condition, but you can understand he just wanted to get out there and get in the mix. Joyce didn't box, you know, you looked at him like, he gets hit too often. I'm like, Joe, he's great, but man, you can't be getting hit like that as a heavyweight so easy so often, because it's going to affect you a long way down the line. So I think these guys are now in a position where the young bucks, the young guns, are going to come and want to test themselves against them. And when I'm talking about the young guns, you're going to talk about in a couple of years' time the Fraser Clarks, the Fabio Wardleys. The young guns are going to be chasing those boys to say, I need to get past you to prove I'm a top 10 heavyweight.
Absolutely. And just the last one from me, Johnny. I did want to talk about an article that came out last week from the Times. Obviously, for yourself working for Sky and obviously Boxer on on Sky. This is the third article that came out dealing with sort of boxers or Ben Shalom sending money to a unknown third party. And obviously this is now the third article that came out from the Times, and we don't know what could come out more. When you look at it from a Sky point of view, is it concerning to see sort of the promoter and boxer getting involved with activities like this?
If I'm honest with you, I'm not aware of any of this. You're telling, I ain't even been in the country, man. I'm not aware of any of this. So it's probably unfair for me to comment on that. You know, you talk to me about boxing, I'll tell you everything about boxing, but this kind of it, I don't know the ins and outs of it. I don't know enough to fairly comment. So I don't think it's probably right for me to get involved in that argument. That ain't my business.
Absolutely, that's completely fair enough. Johnny, thank you for taking time to speak to me. Good to see the new gym opening today. I'm excited, and yeah, I appreciate you sort of inviting us over in the interview as well, mate. Top man, thank you, mate. Cheers.